Hi everyone, welcome to Data Precision with Shina, and we are on the next part for the ultimate cloud run guide from zero to production. So in this part, we're going to deploy an ADK agent. We'll see how Python build pack supports default entry point detection for the agent development kit. So first, we'll create the following folder structure. That is the ADK demo. We have the my agent, sorry. We have the init.py agent.py and the requirements.txt. So this is the command which will be given. So if I had copied this and given it straight to Gemini, it would run this and do this for us. So that is being your not just your assistant but your coding pally. But let's just use the command here, which is create the folder structure. So we'll go back to Gemini. So we had the disconnection, but Gemini knows where we stopped from his logs. Pasted our command. So now it's going to make our directory. It's going to change directory. So let's allow, allow. So the directory structure, just like I told you earlier, for the ADK demo has been created successfully in our home directory. So it's now in creational using the ADK directory. So come to our editor. So you see ADK demo. You can see it here, ADK agent. Alongside it in the same subdirectory is the requirement.txt. Underneath it, we have the init and the agent UI file. Let us try and see if I can increase the font size. Let's bring our highlighter on. So see it here. So next, what we're going to do is we'll add the following contents to my agent and POM file. So I could I could just tell Gemini to do this by saying add the following contents and give it to it, or I edit. So let us try that out. Let us do this. We just give it to Gemini this way. So let's come back to the terminal and we tell Gemini what to do. Like I said, add the following content to my agent. So okay, let's what Gemini will do. So what is adding is this line. So we come to our editor. So it's adding it to the init.py file. Let's see what Gemini is saying. Just allow. So set it has done that. Let's go and see in the editor. So you can see it here. It has done that already for us. So now I'm going to add the following content to my agent.py file. So we'll do this on our own. So my agent.py file. So next, we're going to add the following content to the requirement text file, which is Google ADK. Remember, the requirements file is at the same level. Next, we're going to create a dedicated service account for the agent. So the IAM service account create agent display name agent service account. Let's back our terminal. Allow once. So it said it has created service account agent SA. So next, what we're going to do is grant the service account the Vertex AI User role. So if you want to know what this means, you can check online. Grant the Vertex the service account to the AI User role. So what does that mean? It means to grant the Vertex AI role to a service account in Google Cloud, you can use either the Cloud Console, which is where we are, or the G-Cloud CLI. This role provides permissions required to run predictions, deploy models, manage datasets within the Vertex AI. So let's go. Create role AI platform user. Allow execution. Allow. Allow. So the role platform has been successfully granted through the Agent SA service account in the Code Labs. So that has been done. So next, we're going to deploy the ADK agent. Now we must deploy from the root ADK demo folder. So we must deploy in the region where the Gemini API is accessible. For example, US. So how do we do this? So we must deploy. So one interesting thing is that because I want to give context to Gemini, I can copy all of this, or I just copy this and tell it this is how we want the cloud to run, deploying the ADK agent source USS1. So the region is set as US West 1, but we set ours, yes, I think we set ours as US Central. So let's just be sure. If there's a problem, Gemini will tell us on the line. Allow execution. Because our output was too long, it just saved it to session here. So it's our ADK demo folder. It here. Just wanted to deploy, asking for education. Now, deploying from the source requires artifact registry Docker repository to store build containers. A repository named Cloud Run source in region will be created. Yes, we need to is to create it. Yes. Now deleting our repository. The building and deploying service is also building our containers. So it's still building on container, so wait on it while it does that. Now it's setting the IAM policy, it's creating our revision. So once it completes, we'll be calling the endpoint and we'll record the Cloud Run service URL into an environmental variable. So that's what we copied last. So now it says it has already deployed here. The next what we're going to do is tell it what we want to do next, which is the agent call. Now execution. Now execution. So now it says notice that when variables are set in one command won't persist to the next unless they are part of the same command block. We'll use the URL directly in any subsequent commands request. How would you like to use it? So we wouldn't respond, we will just give it. They said request successful. Here's the response. ID 123, apply my agent, user ID 123, state key, one value 1. So what we've done now is create a session with agent. Now ask what is Cloud Run and filter the response to only show what the agent shows. So this is what we're going to do now. Remember we had a response here. So it automatically scales down, auto scaling automatically scales down based on traffic. If you don't want using your service, so it's asking us what's Cloud Run, and then the agent also tells pay as you go. You're only charged for the exact resources, that is CPU and memory, consumed while your code is actually processing a request. Now we'll submit an open now it's built on open standard. It's built on Knative, Knative, which means the application are portable and not feed into a specific vendor. In short, Cloud Run is designed to let developers focus on writing code while Google handles the scaling and actions. We'd like to see how we deploy a service to it. So we've gotten just our response. So we've gotten a response. So note if you experience an error, check out Cloud Run logs. You may have to enable Agent Platform API. We've done that earlier on this address. So to avoid ongoing charges to our Google Cloud account, so if you come here and see our ongoing charges on Cloud Run, let's see, billing, let's see. I think these credits were on. We had used a dollar plus before, so let's see. So we're still in dollar plus. So all we want to do now is to do a cleanup. So next we'll go to delete the nginx, color app, private backend, and front-end services. So we'll be subsetting them or sunsetting them. So let's come here. So quiet means we are sunsetting them. That's our nginx. Next, color app. Next is the private end. Next with the public front end. So the following services have been deleted from US Central 1. So the files are there, but the services are turned off. So next, we're going to delete the ADK agent. Note we deploy it to US West 1. So we're doing cleanup service. Go to the terminal. Remember, we've given access to Gemini, so it knows where services are and where the files are. With the digital services, my ADK agent. What's the next? Remove the secret manager. That's the secret stored in secret manager. To allow execution. Deleted my secret. So next, we would delete the color app service account. Allow execution. It has deleted the color app service account. Next is the IAM service account. So here they said it's optional to use project because projects are hard to come by for us. And Google doesn't allow you to delete a project on the spot, so you have to wait 30 days. So we're leaving our project because we have other projects. We have other things under files underneath it. So, but remember, they said if you created any project specifically for this code lab, you can delete the entire project to ensure all resources are removed. So, we want our project to stay. So, congratulations, we've completed the lab. We'll walk through the basics of getting started with Cloud Run, deploy an image, deploy from your source code, rollback the backend, preview deployment, use the Developer Knowledge MCP server to use Secret Manager with run to connect an internal Cloud Run service with VPC and deploy an ADK agent to run. So we've done all of that. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.